Should you get the latest i7-10750H inside of the Lenovo Legion 5i, or go with the proven 9th gen version inside of the all-aluminum Acer Predator Helios 300? Two similar laptops in performance, yet not the same build aesthetics.
Let's get rockin'!
If you're new to the channel, my name is Benji Kaiser, and this is where you're going to find the best tech and tools for creative professionals. So if that sounds like your kind of place, consider subscribing and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of the future videos. Also, if you're curious about the exact pricing of either of these models as we're going through the video, you can head down into the description below and click one of those links. Now, if you do use that link to make a purchase, I will get a small commission, but at no extra cost to you, and that's what keeps this channel alive and the helpful content coming your way. As always, let's start off with the build quality and usability of these two laptops. Upon pulling each of them out of the box, I must say that these two laptops share a vastly different design aesthetic. The Legion 5i with its sleek minimalist plastic build, and the Helios with its all-aluminum build with the striking blue stripes and Predator faceplate. Casting my vote on build quality, the clear winner to me is the all-aluminum Helios 300. Opening the lid, each of these laptops was smooth and required only one hand. They both have strong hinges, and you'll notice only a slight bit of screen flex between the bottom brackets. However, I will point out that the Lenovo Legion 5 has a bit of screen wobble, which personally I'm not very fond of. Both come with a 15.6-inch Full HD matte display, with the Lenovo having a 120Hz refresh rate, whereas the Helios 300 has a refresh rate of 144Hz. So if you're a gamer, then the Helios 300 is going to be your pick. If you're looking for color accuracy, you are going to be far more satisfied by the Helios 300. The Legion 5 has less color accuracy, and it only reaches about 62% sRGB and 46% Adobe RGB. If you're a designer, photographer, or video editor, don't let the color gamut range scare you away. The Lenovo Legion 5i is still a great laptop, and once we look at the benchmarks, you will see that. If you're looking for color accuracy, I would suggest complementing this laptop with an external monitor like Acer's 100% Adobe RGB color accurate Concept D CM2. I will link it down in the description below for you to check out. The dual screen setup will also give you room to work on projects which can improve your workflow. The keyboards are quite different. I like the Legion 5i keyboard better. It is more spread out, has a full right shift key, and features RGB backlighting. The Helios 300 keyboard is quite a bit brighter, but lacks the RGB capabilities. As far as key press is concerned, I also prefer the Legion 5i. It is the perfect balance of spongy and firm, plus it is quiet while typing. Both trackpads are responsive and have great click and touch gestures. I've rated the Acer trackpad as one of my top favorite for designers, photographers, and video editors on the go. And I must say the Legion 5i is not far behind. However, I feel that Acer has the slight advantage with slightly better trackpad sensitivity. The Helios 300 and the Legion 5i weigh in at 5.1 pounds, but the Legion is slightly thinner at 0.93 inches versus the Helios at 1.06 inches. If battery life is important to you, I would lean towards the Legion 5. With its 80 watt-hour battery, you will get roughly 5 hours of web browsing battery life and 2 hours of design, photography, and video editing tasks. The Helios 300 has a slightly smaller 58 watt-hour battery. You can expect 3 to 3.5 hours of battery life for web browsing, but if you are a serious creator, then you are going to burn through the battery pretty quick. During my test, I estimated about 1 to 1.5 hours of battery life during heavy workloads. Now, the ports is something I always recommend people considering their own workflow. What ports will you need as a video editor, designer, creator, architect, artist, whatever it might be? Consider the ports for your own personal use case. You can have the most high-tech ports, but if you don't have any use for them, they are in a sense useless to you. All right, now that we've worked through the build and usability, let's talk about the performance. The Lenovo Legion 5i model I am reviewing comes with the 10th gen Core i7-10750H 6-core 12-thread processor, the NVIDIA GTX 1660 Ti with 6 gigs of GDDR6 VRAM, 8 gigs of DDR4 clocked at 2,933 megahertz in a single slot, upgradable to 16 gigs of RAM according to the Lenovo website, and 512 gigs of M.2 SSD. The Acer Helios that I am reviewing comes with the 9th gen 6-core i7-9750H, that is 6 cores and 12 threads, the NVIDIA GTX 1660 Ti with 6 gigs of DDR6 VRAM, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and 512 gigs of NVMe SSD. Both laptops are well vented and receive great cool benchmarks. During the 4K video editing export, the Lenovo Legion 5i stabilizes the temperature at around 65 degrees Celsius, and the Helios 300 is able to remain at 55 degrees Celsius, even cooler. Another big win for the Helios 300 is its ability to stay at or below 42 decibels during the entire 4K export, whereas the Lenovo Legion 5i was rather noisy at around 52 decibels. This was all registered during a 9-minute 4K clip exported out of Premiere Pro at 4K YouTube settings. Lenovo Legion can do this export at 5 minutes and 13 seconds, and the Helios 300 can do this in 7 minutes and 21 seconds. So although it's quieter and cooler, it does take a little bit longer to export. Now, if you want to save a little bit of time, you can do that 4K export to 1080p from the Legion 5i at 4 minutes and 40 seconds, and from the Helios 300 at 2 minutes and 52 seconds. It is also important to note that if you're a photographer or designer, both of these laptops are able to handle Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign easily. If you're considering either of these laptops, you will be in good hands. If you're looking for an all-aluminum laptop that runs cool and quiet when exporting out of Premiere Pro, is great in the Adobe design suite, and has pretty solid color accuracy, then I would consider the Acer Predator Helios 300. But if you're looking for a laptop with one of the fastest export times out of Premiere Pro that I have ever seen on my channel, has a great keyboard, and offers better on-the-go battery life, then I would pick up the Lenovo Legion 5i. If you're curious about the exact prices of either of these models, you can head down into the description below and click one of those links. And again, if you do use that link, I will get a small commission, but at no extra cost to you. That keeps this channel alive and the helpful content coming your way. Keep editing, keep designing, keep creating. I'm Benji Kaiser, and I will see you here in the next video.